Hey guys, welcome back to Film Radar. Making fresh new television programs is very expensive and time-consuming. Even those that appear to have little chance of succeeding following low-rated premieres tend to remain around for at least a few weeks or episodes in the hopes of finding an audience. It's an unusual degree of failure for a show to do so poorly on its initial broadcast that the network decides to cancel it before the second episode even airs. In certain situations, the network realizes that investing even more money to improve a show's poor ratings just isn't worth it. Today, we're counting down the top 8 TV shows so bad they got canceled after one episode. Before we get any further, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. And now let's get back to it. At number 8, Comedians Unleashed, 2002. Animal Planet offers a decent quantity of original content for basic cable networks, but getting it into your package generally requires you to go 2 or 3 plans deep. The secret is that most of it is based on truth, thus it doesn't require the employment of authors, sets, or other props. Not to be confused with another show of the same name, AP's Comedians Unleashed featured stand-up comedians telling jokes about only animals. They even recruited famed comic Richard Jeni to host the weird program, which included Chris D'Elia before his big break. It's unclear how many miles Animal Planet hoped to get out of a comedy program focused on a single ongoing topic, but we only got one episode, which seems like plenty. At number 7, The Will, 2005. However, there are circumstances where reality program producers manage to overstep their bounds. Such was the case with CBS's The Will, a show in which a real-life multimillionaire had his real-life friends and family compete for the right to inherit his expensive property. CBS only broadcasted a single episode of The Will after receiving poor ratings and concerns about the ethics of a wealthy guy having his friends and loved ones compete on television to be declared his beneficiary. At number 6, Emily's Reasons Why Not. When a movie star decides to take a series role on television, it becomes a big story. And that's exactly what happened with the highly anticipated Emily's Reasons Why Not, which introduced Heather Graham to the ABC lineup as the star of a sitcom about a self-help author who, surprise, is cursed with a hilariously incompetent approach to her own life. If the idea seems old, the execution wasn't much better. The series was roundly criticized by reviewers and disregarded by viewers, and the network had all the reasons it could have hoped for after only one show. At number 5, Quarter Life, from 2008. Quarter Life began as an online-only series that posted in short bursts on MySpace, YouTube, and its official site, which extended as a social network. It was a raging success, racking up such gaudy traffic that NBC executives became confident it might serve as a sort of dramatic bellwether for a paradigm shift for television in the 21st century. The show premiered on January 31st, 2008, with 6-hour-long episodes, but it was quickly canceled following a long history of creative efforts whose early embrace of technology helped consign them to the scrap heap. At number 4, Secret Talents of the Stars, 2008. Our prevalent idea that superstars can only be brilliant at one thing is almost childlike in its insistence, and it may be downright cruel for those who have skills truly that do flow over into a range of apparently disparate fields. Of course, for every EGOT winner, there are probably a few dozen individuals who shouldn't be pursuing their private dreams in public, and that was the true essence of the Secret Talents of the Stars, a 2008 competition series hosted by the professionally unctuous John O'Hurley, in which famous people such as Partridge Family alum Danny Bonaduce exposed themselves to being judged on television for skepticism, like, say, riding a unicycle. Unfortunately, not even the sight of George Takei performing a country song was enough to impress viewers, and Secret Talents of the Stars was canceled after its premiere on April 8, 2008. At number 3, Ford Nation, 2013. The production issues affected Ford Nation. The hour-long premiere episode took 5 hours to film and another 8 hours to edit, making it much too expensive and resource-intensive to continue as a series. Due to the show's political aspect and corporation's fear of being connected with Ford, it had a difficult time finding advertisers. Surprisingly, the show's first airing ratings were really rather good, but it wasn't enough to keep it going past the first episode. At number 2, Breaking Boston, 2014. Boston was supposed to be a documentary series about a group of young working-class women trying to improve their lives in the namesake city. Wahlberg stated that he picked women whose experiences in Boston resembled his own, and that he hoped that the series would show them overcoming adversity and achieving success and personal fulfillment. A&E wasn't nearly as interested in watching where these women's lives went, since the show was canceled after just one episode before it had a chance to improve its initial low ratings. The 6 completed episodes were available for download on A&E's website, but they've since been discontinued. And at number 1, Mesmerized, from 2015. Despite the fact that Mesmerized has been promoted as starring world-famous hypnotist Peter Powers, most people have never heard of him. Only a program about someone who hypnotizes people remains. Sure, in tiny doses, or even better, in person, it can be interesting, but it doesn't translate well to a TV show. In the first episode, Powers hypnotized a guy into marrying an alpaca and messed with individuals during a real-life speed dating session, among other things. It was amusing at times, but it would have been better suited as a part of another program rather than as a standalone series. Unfortunately, Powers could only hypnotize people into watching if they'd already tuned in, so the show didn't make it through its first episode. Well guys, that was it for the video. What'd you think about it? Let us know in the comments below. If you're new to our channel, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell to get notified about our latest videos. Thank you for watching.